right. As we do every week, good or bad, we continue to do it. Mostly bad than good.
Bad.
But here's our fantasy streamers for the week. I'm going to kick it off with the quarterbacks I like. So I like Kirk Cousins against San Fran. I like anybody against San Fran. Sorry, David.
These kids are rough. We just pick on the same 3 teams.
Clearly, it doesn't work. I got, Deshaun Watson against Cleveland. Yeah, pick on Cleveland all day. I mean, Cleveland made Andy Dalton look like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers.
Whoa, we can't ever put Andy Dalton the same place.
He made him look like it.
Bro, we can't do it.
Thank you, Hugh. They said he's going to play. They took him like the designation off of Matthew Stafford against New Orleans. I don't care if he's on one leg. I'll take Matthew Stafford in a dome against New Orleans. I don't care if he's got one leg. The same with Mariota. I don't care if he's got one hamstring. I'll take him against the Colts. I think a bounce back game. I mean, if he plays this bad again, I hope he does. But Big Ben against KC. I mean, I see them doing a lot better.
Is that on the road or?
It's on the road. Whew. Oh yeah. I mean, hey, all my picks are usually bad anyway, so why
go
not
for it, bro.
Why not go all out? I mean, a lot of people won't be on them. Like if you're on a DraftKings tournament, I mean, a lot of people aren't going to be picking Big Ben after last week, especially on the road against KC. And just I know the Steelers over the years, they don't put up 2 games like they did. I mean, they just don't do that. So I would be surprised if they play that bad. And then another one, shout out to the Jets, probably the first Jets one I've ever put in this, but Josh McCown against New England. I expect him to be down, so he's going to get to throw the ball a lot. And then on to yours.
All right, we agree on a lot of these. Deshaun Watson against the Browns. Listen, I play against them too, and I've given up the most points in the league. So Deshaun Watson is just on a damn tear right now.
So pay attention to these. He's playing them.
So Deshaun Watson against the Browns. Listen, it's the Browns. I don't really need to say much about that. I'm playing Phillip Rivers against the Raiders. You know, I actually expect this game to be a shootout. And usually when you call...
Derek Carr's back and healthy.
Yeah, definitely. Because E.J. Manuel, we're definitely losing if he's playing. We're not moving the ball either. But if Carr's playing, and I expect that game to be a shootout. I think, both defenses aren't good. And I'm playing against Phillip Rivers, so he's probably going to get buckets. I'm going with Jacoby Brissett again. I think this is 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, man. Whoever picks him up over me in the Keeper League.
If you're playing in standard leagues where like a touchdown throw is 6 points is 4 points and a rushing touchdown is 6 points, I definitely like Brissett because you've seen him in these easy matchups. He's gotten a rushing touchdown. And I had to stream him last week in my standard league, and it's a deep league, and I had to play him, and he got me a rushing touchdown. It's not more than I can ask. I think he got me around 20 points. So
he's been solid, no lie. I mean, it seems like him and T.Y. are finally connecting too.
Well, that and we've seen him in these. I think it was the Browns too. Who did he play last week? The 49ers.
Yeah.
The Browns and 49ers, obviously, terrible defense. He's got bucket. Like, fantasy points are fantasy points, just like Josh McCown.
I mean, and he can run the ball, which, I mean, obviously every 10 yards is a point. I mean, it helps.
Exactly. I like him, and in the same game, assuming he plays as Mariota, I agree with you on that one. The Colts defense is trash. I kind of expect this game not to be a shootout as much as just like a good fantasy night for a team, for people. Some miraculous plays is going to help you with some Monday miracles. Kirk Cousins against the 49ers, obviously, I agree with you. The 49ers are terrible. Sorry, David. I love Carlos Hyde. I mean, that should help.
Apparently, they're going Burrito over him.
Yeah. We should have talked about that. You're going to have to help us out, David. I don't know what they're doing there. And I guess
Carlos Hyde was looking awesome.
Yeah, I guess they just don't want to pay Carlos Hyde. He's on a contract here. I'm assuming. I don't really know what else you can really say. Can you? I agree with you. Also, Stafford against the Saints.
On one leg, I'll take him.
Yeah. Saints defense is trash. Despite how good they looked against the Dolphins
and the Panthers.
Yeah. I don't believe in that team at all, and that defense at all. If
they're winning games, it's going to be by Drew Brees' arm, not the defense.
And like you said, in a dome too, and it's at New Orleans. I think, which the New Orleans offense plays better, which I think
It's going to create a shootout,
Yeah.
which is going to make Stafford have to throw the ball, which games that the Lions have been winning is not good for Stafford because they tend to try to run the ball a lot now.
Yeah, and I hope they do because they got Amir Abdullah, so ball out, Abdullah. You're probably not going to, but I hope you do. Let's get into some tight ends. I'm actually going to stay with the hot hand a little bit here. We talked about him earlier. Is Ed Dickson against the Eagles. I think he has a lot of opportunity there with Olsen out, obviously, and he's shown some big plays. Obviously, last week, a few big plays. I like him against the Eagles. I don't think their defense is good, obviously, and they're solid, but I don't think it's anything, you can't get fantasy points on. Kyle Rudolph against the Packers. It looks like Sam Bradford is going to be out, out who knows how long.
Yeah.
And whenever Case Keenum came in that Monday night game, he targeted Kyle Rudolph a lot.
Yeah, Case Keenum's actually not looking bad.
Just worth the pickup. Definitely in PPR. I think he'll get a lot of targets. Another person worth a lot of targets in PPR and going against a pretty bad defense is the Patriots, like you said, McCown. If you want to put McCown and ASJ with each other, probably really cheap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I'm playing against Jordan Reed against the 49ers, so he's probably going to have about 45 points, so I'd definitely pick him up.
Big week for Jordan Reed.
Yeah. I tried to tell him last week to pick up the dude's team.
Yeah, I should have.
He didn't listen to me. He put up 150 points. Delaney Walker against the Colts, you want to stack him with Mariota. I like that. Obviously, the Colts defense is straight garbo. So, like I said, I'm going with these easy matchups. We're going to pick on the Colts. We're going to pick on the Browns. We're going to pick on the 49ers. We're going to pick on the Jets. And a lot of times the Saints.
Yeah, you're going to see that theme. That's the teams you should look for is teams with garbage defenses.
Maybe some Cowboys, maybe some Raiders. So,
on week where tight ends, so you got Gronk, Kelsey, Reed, all questionable going into this week as well, at least as of today. But for mine, Ertz against Carolina. I love all the Ertz.
Yeah, he's been...
Clearly, I'm not the only one that loves Ertz.
Yeah.
Wentz loves Ertz.
Yeah, and on PPR, it's been awesome.
Yeah, so Ertz, I agree with Delaney Walker against Indy. Just picking on Indy. ASJ against New England. McCown's looking for him. That's definitely a cheap stack to look forward to. And then Cameron Braid against Arizona. You're going to have Patrick Peterson probably shadowing Mike Evans, which could leave open more things for Deshaun Jackson possibly too. But Braid has a touchdown in each of the last 3 games, so clearly he's one that's looked to in the red zone. And, red zone, you do have the big Mike Evans, but like I said, Patrick Peterson's no joke on that outside, man.
Yeah, I definitely expect them to limit him a little bit. And talking about the ASJ and McCown thing, really, if you really think, who else is going to come up with that, And I don't know, I wouldn't put a lot of money on those two if you're putting
don't gonna put a stack on them.
Yeah.
I can see them being down in that game and then doing something. McCown's going to have to throw, and honestly, McCown's done good at not making mistakes. He doesn't take crazy throws. He's been a smart quarterback his whole career. He's just been on terrible teams and always gets hurt because he gets just rocked.
The Patriots defense, as good as they look last
until they keep looking better, I'm going to pick on them until they prove to me. And I think Bill Belichick will turn it around, but until they prove it to me.
Yeah, it sounds crazy just saying it out loud. We're going to pick on the Patriots defense every week, but...
Until they prove something to me.
Man, it looks like we are.